Good afternoon, traders. Welcome to the S&P 500 Futures Micro Futures Trade Review for 7/5/2019. I didn't make a prep video this morning. Wasn't really sure what was going to happen as far as the trading goes today. Unfortunately, more fortunately, it was a really good trading day. So bear with me. I believe that most people click away from my videos the minute that I start to talk about these weekly charts and these bigger time frames, but there's a lot of lesson to be learned from these higher time frames. We had a 20-point move today, up, down, and up, so full recovery. If you look, it traded right down here to the 2970 area, which was really your big first node of volume. And then popped. And the whole reason that I go through these bigger time frames is because these are your bigger trades. You know, if you can be aware of the context that you're trading in, and you know that your bigger volume is way down here, when it gets here, you know, you want to buy that dip and go with it. You know, when it comes down here, look, when it touched down here, you really kind of wanted to buy that and go with it. You know, the weekly gives you this huge volume picture and lets you know when you trade down there, you know, you want to be a participant in the market. Again, here's the daily chart right here. This is your big node of volume right here. On both of these profiles, right? One's including all the trading, and one's just kind of doing the current trading. But this was your big profile, and it traded down here. I was actually expecting it to go a little bit lower, kind of towards the 66 area, but I'll show you here on the 240 right here. You know, if you're looking at this 240, you can see you're right across the tops of all these candles right here. And it traded up into the bottom of all these candles right here. If you looked at my candlestick chart, you'll know, you know, open highs, lows, and closes mean something. And here on the 60, right? I waited for that trade right there. I took 2 points out of that. You know, it went much farther than that, but that was, you know, I was waiting for that area. And then I thought it was going to trade down here. This is the 66 area, but it, you know, this extended move right here really kind of put you down right into the top of this area right here, and that was where it, you know, it was pretty much oversold, overdone, and so it was able to be reversed right on this block of trading. And if you can imagine things kind of, you know, I can do it in my mind, but I can kind of do these little blocks like this and see these things. You know, these are like your support and resistance places. You know, if you can draw a big block of volume someplace, those are the places that, you know, your reversals are going to kind of take place. So just, you know, keep that in mind. You're going to get good trades, you know, wherever there's a large amount of volume. And we're going to look at that real quick here. And hopefully I'm going to remember to show you all the things that I mean to show you today. See this big move, quick, fast move up. What do you get? You get a fast move down on the other side. You get a fast move back up on the other side. You know, these fast moves, they, you know, when it goes back the other direction, it moves very fast. And I've got a picture, and let me see if I can screw this up a little bit here. And hopefully you can see that. So this is today's trading right here. You can see 200, 300 kind of on the bid and ask. And if I flip over here, this is an old picture from 2016. See how much more volume there used to be? This is like 1,000. This was just a slow day in December, with 1,000 sitting on the bid and ask. Quite a bit difference. And because the bid and ask are so light anymore, you get these really fast moves because it doesn't take a whole lot of trading to drive through those locations. So I hope that makes sense why you get these wild, crazy moves. Let's look at this chart. Some people might freak out because there's a lot of lines and stuff drawn on it, but I'm going to try and show you. So this is 7:30. This is my open right here. And I was basically trading before the market opened. And here was your first little pop-up. I know it doesn't look like much, but I'm a scalper, so 90 to 92, taking 2 points is a good trade for me. So there was your first one right there. And I was watching this area right here. There's actually 2 trades right in here. You can see how beautiful that came down right into that high volume point, got the bounce right there. And if you just move one candle over, it gives you the level for the next one. When it falls through, there's a volume node that's just almost as high as the one that it traded through. And so that's why you get those kind of stair-step patterns, is because there's just another level of volume just right below it. So we start to trade down, and trying to get all this on the screen here. Your next big volume area is right down here, and you trade into it and you get a nice little bounce. You also got a bounce right before it too. Nice bounce. Where did it bounce up to? It bounces right up into the high volume, and then sells back off again and continues down. And you can see it does it again right here, down into the high volume, bounces off of it, gets a good bounce. There's like a high volume node right here, hits it, bounces. There's another one right here, bounces, goes back up, high volume node, sells off, and there it goes, So we'll go over the rest of it here. So I was really kind of looking down in this area. I just wanted to kind of go back to this real quick. This is that big volume area right here. You can see it. So I was kind of looking at this 67, 66 area right here for the level, and there was a level right here, but it never made it. It never made it there, but because I was aware of the context and how much volume there was here and how big of a sell this had been already this morning, I was watching. I was watching down here, and I knew that it could go just at the slightest amount of big volume, and I was able to catch that, thank God. But that was that guy right there. And then you can see this. So it takes off. I'm gonna try and kill some of this stuff, so it starts to clean up the chart a little bit. This first bounce off here hits the volume right and sells back down. I know it's really small, hard to put everything on the screen all the time. Sells back down. It sells back down to the volume node, and this is where you pick it up, right? So if you really think you're on a reversal and it's made a change of behavior right here. This is how you get on the trend if you're taking the higher low trade right here. So it comes down, bounces off this, and it goes at that point. I believe, I'm trying not to screw this up too much, but if I pull that guy across, there's that level right there when it comes back. Let me kill that. And I think I can leave that one right there. So you can see this big piece of volume right here. And when it comes back, it finds support right across the top. You can see that this was a pretty high volume. This was a pretty high volume right here. It just never quite made it to the high volume node right there, but that's where it found its support, and it went. And if you you really can't probably see it here because everything's so messy, but if I pull this back, see this high volume right across here? This is where it was finding support all across here for, when it went up and came back and bounced and took off again right here. I should probably put an arrow on here. So right here, found support and bounced up. And then it came back, sold off into this area right here, got support and bounced up. You can see that this found resistance right across that high volume node right there. And then I'm going to kill all this here, and we'll take a look at the rest of this ride up here. And then when this sold back down, found support right here, right across the top. That was the high volume node right there. Never made that one. And then I'm sure I'm missing some stuff here. So like if I pull this over here, it's like right about there. Trying not to put the volume in there. So this was just a little volume node right here, and this was the top of the volume right here. And that's where it traded up into. You can see it found the resistance right across the bottom of that. Didn't really stop it, but it had a little bit of pullback, and then it went through. And when it came back, it found support across here and got a bounce. You can see that support right there. Came back, got a bounce, sold up into the high volume node. This volume was going all the way across the screen. And then this one comes down, bounces back up into the high volume. There's two nodes right here and sells. Comes down, hits the high volume, popping back up. There was the high volume across the top. That was the stopping point right there. So I hope, I'm pretty sure you get it. It's pretty much the volume is controlling, the places where people are trading. Take all this stuff off. I want to go through one more thing with you. Remove that guy, but you can practice this on your own chart with the volume profile and see. But if we go back and look, I'm going to try and get this. And we go back and we look at this, I think weekly, daily, I think daily right here. So if we look, let's look at this high volume node right here, which is 90 to 84, 84 to 79. Okay. 90, 84, 79. And let's go back. So 90 is here. I kind of cut it off the screen. So 90 is right here. 84 is right here. See that move? See how fast that move is? 84. 84. When it breaks through here, 79. 79 is right here. See that move? 79. Go back to the daily. What do we have here? We have a high volume, to high volume, you got a gap. You got a gap from 84 down to 79. What I'm trying to show you is, it's the ABCD pattern or something like that. It's the zigzag pattern. We're trading between nodes, and when there isn't a whole lot of volume in between, you get moves to the nodes. And so that's why it's important to kind of pay attention to these nodes, so you understand, if you take one contract right here as a buy and you don't get out of it and it falls, where's your next location? If you're going to double down and try and lower your cost basis and maybe try and get out, you're going to go for the 79 area. That's where the next big node is. And then you add a contract, and then you're 50% between 84 and 79. That's 5 points, so 2.5 points. You need a 2.5 point move from here, so 79 up to 84. That's about 5 points. You easily get out with profit on both contracts, right? But it traded right back up into the 84 area, right where it broke down, where the high volume node is. A, B, C, D, the zigzag pattern, right? A, B, C, D. That was that zigzag pattern that I just showed you. You can see it right here on the daily. A, B, little C, D. But okay, guys. I hope you guys like the analysis. I hope you guys learned something from it. I hope it's changing your trading. I'd appreciate it if you guys can like the video. If you like the video, I know some people don't like the videos. I'm accepting of that too. It's not for everybody. Let me know if you're using volume in your trading. It'd be great to get a conversation going with somebody in the comment section to see how you're using this knowledge. I'd like to know if you guys are finding this useful or not. And please subscribe to the channel if you find the analysis useful. I go over the charts every morning. I know I lose a lot of people from the top-down approach because I always start in the weekly, and nobody seems to hang out to the end to see the trades at the end. But that's how you're supposed to do it. That's the way that it works. It's all about context and stuff. But anyways, I hope you guys had a great 4th of July. And I will see you guys on Monday. Have an enjoyable weekend. Take care.